prepare you for all of the above that I'm never letting get near you. But still in all, give you every advantage I found. Couldn't find a better fit for them, along with my crown. And since the baton was passed, hopping down, cause failing's not an option, and dad is not a noun, not at all.
My message to any dad, man, first off, know that, yeah, it is a hard job, but it's the greatest job in the world. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't change anything about it. Everything you're doing from here on out, if it didn't have purpose before, now it has purpose. It's the most important thing you'll ever do. Just be a dad.
Drivers in Atlanta are finding all different kinds of ways to make ends meet. Meet Sota, who's cutting costs by spending more time behind the wheel of his souped-up go-kart, using the kid's toy with the power washing engine to get from point A to point B with just regular gas.
Good old regular, what is it, 87? Yeah, good old regular gas takes about $2 to fill up, and I can go ahead and ride all day, man. I can pretty much ride wherever I need to ride with. And whenever it runs out of gas, put another $2 in it, keep on going.
He's become somewhat of a local celebrity. You may have even seen some of his videos on social media.
Ain't that so? We wide open, man. That thing will move.
But the main thing he's being called is smart for saving gas. Today we watched him fill up the tank for a whopping
36 cents. 36 cents. If anybody wants to be blessed with $1.70 worth of unleaded gas, here you go.
And even though Sota's saving money, he's hoping for prices to come down, as many families who can't afford to get by like he does are really suffering.
I am hoping gas goes down, man. Summertime is around the corner, and I don't always want to be in this thing, so I need them to do something about these gas prices or else.
Victor Williams, Atlanta News First.
Welcome to another episode of Dad Is Not a Noun. My name is Ishmael, changing the narrative for men of color and fatherhood, as well as changing the narrative on the things I care about. And today, what you just saw was Black Ingenuity. And I'm truly honored to have this brother on. With the gas prices being so damn high, this brother turned lemon and made it into lemonade, turning a Barbie cart into a moving vehicle. And I'm truly honored to have this brother on. And I'm going to, as a level of respect to the brother, Mr. Hightower, thank you for coming on the podcast, brother.
No, I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate that introduction. I really thank you for that.
No, and I appreciate you. The first question I'm going to ask you, because I'm all about mental health in our community.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, usually you have people on, they say, hi, how you doing? It doesn't feel the same way, like that person really that cares about that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
The question I pose to you, because I ask all my guests to jump on the podcast, how's your heart at this moment?
Honestly, at this moment, man, my heart is probably felt the best it's felt in a long time, man. We'll get into, I guess, a little bit of that later. Well, I can just jump into it now, man. Like, so back in, what month are we in? March? Back in August, man, my job laid me off. And I was a maintenance coordinator at a jewelry store, and the jewelry industry isn't what it is anymore. So when the jewelry industry isn't making the money, my job isn't really doing the work that it needs to be done. So there was like lack of work. We were doing a big change and stuff. So they let me off back over in that time. And I was looking for a new job and things like that, kind of trying to figure out what I want to do, if I want to switch careers and things. And I kind of just looked around my garage and I was like, man, you do enough things. Like, that's what Sota stands for. It stands for state of the art. I do everything. So I was like, man, you do enough stuff. Like, put all your work and everything that you do to use, man. And so a month later, well, I already has kind of started my business, but I kind of just went into that full time. And that's pretty much been what I've been doing full time since August. And it's been the best thing. It's been able to, my mental has been happy. I'm not sitting in traffic, driving to work all day. I'm able to spend more time with my family, my kids, not always out at the job working for someone else, doing the things that I love to do, you know? So it's been paying off for me lately. And it's just been like, I don't know, me and my wife talk about keeping our energy high all the time. So what we put in, we get back, you know, we're big on karma. So yeah, man, I would definitely say my energy is probably it's 100% right now, man. I feel good about life and everything right now, man.
No, that's dope. But then also just talk about that level of confidence to adapt to your situation, because certain people,
No,
when they
it's
have
definitely,
situations like that, they'll fall through the cracks. So just talk about yourself personally.
man, like I have 2 kids, man, and a home and everything like that. So I got too much to lose. So it's kind of like I had to jump on faith, and I had people telling me a million times. They're like, man, why are you working? You do everything, bro. Like, you need to work for yourself and figure it out. You can do it and stuff like that. And I guess I got comfortable with having my job. When you're working a job, you got your insurance, and it's a 9 to 5. Every other paycheck, you're looking for that check. So it's coming. So when I kind of jumped out on faith and realized, I was like, oh wait, I can do this. Like, if you got a quota or kind of like a mission in your head of just a number that you need to hit every day or every week, and somehow you strive to find it, and it's gonna be there, man. And so I've just loved what being an entrepreneur and a business owner has to offer for me right now. And I always know things aren't gonna always be great. There's always ups and downs in the world, but for right now, I'm preparing for those downs, but my ups have been pretty good so far.
But also give me a personal story where you like, whether it was a customer or a situation, where you were like, I'm at where I need to be.
Well, I can definitely give you a situation about like that. Just having long days, man. Like, I was making pretty good money, but after I would get paid and have to like split my money between, all right, this is what I'm gonna have as freedom money, and this is what I have to have that goes to all the bills and all that type of stuff. At the end of the day, I was kind of left with maybe like $150, $200, being transparent to try to get me through those next weeks and everything like that. Now it's kind of like that hasn't has an issue to me. It's kind of just saying like one day it might be a $700 day, it could be an $1,000 day, things like that, things that I would have never imagined, to where it's like I'm making my goal of it's taking me a whole month to make my rent versus I can make my rent now in a week span or something like that. So those type of things of just getting those type of jobs that I would have been working for my boss for $27 an hour, I'm now can charge a customer X amount of money, and it's like, all right, cool, sign off on it. And it's like, oh, what, I'm good, let's do it. You're happy, I'm happy, let's go ahead and knock this out. So just the monetary freedom, man. I just more freedom, mental freedom, all of those type of things are big to me, man. Not sitting an hour worth of traffic going to work and coming from work after I just worked a job that I really didn't want to be at, So all those type of things add up, man, and it really just makes you think about like there's a bigger world out there. And it's crazy. Like, today's a beautiful day, man. I love the sun. I love being outside. And it'll be days where I'm at work and I'll be outside. I'm like, dang, man, I really wish I could just be at the park walking my dogs or something right now. And so now I have that kind of freedom where I'm actually like, oh, dang, it is 2:00. Maybe I can go outside and walk my dogs and just enjoy the sunlight, things like that. Like, those are things that make me happy in life. So yeah,
Right.
so that's
Right.
something big for me.
Definitely. Just talk about the mental health aspect of just loving what you do and making money. But I know money is, you got to pay bills. But just talk about that, the importance of that mental health aspect, where again, like you said, you're not working a 9 to 5, or you're working 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
Talk about that mental aspect for you personally and your family when you create something where it's not representing about the hours you work.
Yeah, it's definitely, and it's crazy that you said it, because money isn't everything, man. Like, that's one thing that I have learned. I was making at my last job the most I probably made at any of my jobs, but my happiness, was it there all the time? No, man. Whereas I having to kind of hold my tongue or kind of have to kiss ass sometime, like to just get over to the next day and just make sure everyone was happy all the time, man. I worked for a family business, man. So working for a family business is different than working for a corporation. There's no HR, there's no person above you, there's no one you can go to. Who are you going to go to? The brother or the other brother or the mom or the dad, So it's like you kind of like had to hold your tongue a lot on things and be a yes man. So some things where you didn't want to be a yes man with, and that's bigger than anything monetary, like that's big on your mental health. That's big on just having that freedom to be able to spend the day with your children and not take them to the nanny and things like that, So that's big for me. And just having that time to be able to have time to myself.
No facts. And then, what I love is like when you talk about like when I started off your ingenuity, like what was that passion for you to do stuff like that with cars? Because
Well,
I've seen like Instagram and it's like this was the Barbie cart wasn't your first
no,
thing.
it
You've
wasn't.
done it you've been doing it for a minute.
Actually started back in, just like I said, I'm an outside guy. I love having different toys and projects and stuff. So I was like, man, I always kind of wanted a go-kart growing up. So back in 2024, I bought my first little go-kart. I had this little go-kart, and I was outside one day and I saw a Jeep Power Wheel on the side of the road. And I looked at it, I was like, dang, man, if I could like get those to line up, like that'll be like the perfect little car. Parents are always throwing these away because their kids can't fit them anymore, or the batteries stop working, so they get rid of them. So I took it and started chopping it up and everything like that, and it came out to like be this perfect mini car. And I'll send you some pictures of that and stuff like that also. So I was like, man. So once I started driving around, people are looking like just around my neighborhood. They were like, yo, is that like a little Jeep? I'm like, yeah, I just took a Power Wheel. They're like, yo, that's so dope. Da, 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 da. And from there, I just started customizing. I was like, maybe I should add lights to this and music and little things like that. And then I found down that same street, I found a Cadillac that someone was throwing away, like a Cadillac Escalade. Wow. And I was like, you know what, this would be a better build because it had the doors, it had the speakers on it and all that stuff. I was like, y'all could really make this into like a mini car for me. So that was the next process. And when I built that Escalade, it went like I took it everywhere. I took it to car shows. I got it painted. I put lights on it. It was like a legit mini car. And people were like, yo, how is it going that fast? That's not the same one that my kids used to have growing up. So we had a snow day down here in Atlanta. And on that snow day, I took it out because everybody's cars were stuck. I didn't want to drive my car. So I drove my go-kart. And everyone saw it. And I was driving it. And a guy from the news was out filming the snow day. And the guy from the news saw me. And he was like, yo, can I film this? I want to put it on the news. I was just like, okay, cool. Like, so we become friends. He films me. He puts it on the news. A couple of hours later on that same snow day, after he puts it on the news and everything, my go-kart breaks down and I have to walk home. And when I had to walk home, I had to leave the go-kart. And when I came back to get the go-kart, it was gone. So when the go-kart got stolen, the guy from the news saw me on Instagram talking about it. He was like, yo, let's run another story so we can put awareness out there to help find your go-kart. And I'm like, what? Like, this is Fox 5 Atlanta. Like, he's like, yeah, no, we're gonna do it. So I'm like, must be a slow news day. Like, let's do it though. So they make this whole 5-minute story about me on the news about this go-kart that I built. It got stolen. Da 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 da. The whole world's looking for it. It's going viral. Everything. This stolen purple go-kart. So that kind of, when I saw everyone was like, yo, you need to build these. You need to do this. You need to do that. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I should start making some more. So I just start. Every time I found a little go-kart frame, I found a Power Wheel, making it to a mini car, and everyone starts loving it. So it's kind of crazy how one got stolen, put me on the news, and now I'm driving my Barbie car. That the Barbie car is the one that I always wanted to build. Like, it has the full frame, it has all the space. Like, it looks like the perfect little minivan, you know. So once I learned how to, how I was gonna do that, and finally found a body, because they're expensive, brand new. Like, if you buy one of those electric Power Wheels brand new, they're like $800. So parents don't want to get rid of them because I'm trying to chop it up. And I can't justify paying $400, $500 on something I'm going to chop up. So I finally found one for $20, built it out. And when I finally I was like, okay, it's ready. It's finally ready. Let's go ahead and ride it around the neighborhood. I mean, around the city and stuff. That's when people started filming it, and it just went viral and just took off from there, man. And it was just like something that I never would have thought it to do. It just has been. And I was like, wow, this is really crazy. Like, something that I just building in my garage end up turning into something that everyone wants and loves, and like, what is this? Has all these questions about. So it's crazy.
And the crazy thing of what I find so beautiful about it is that now you'll have people start copying what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because again, in the current environment that we're in right now, gas prices are high, and you gotta find ways to save money. And you're like, hey, I'm gonna make this Barbie vehicle into something where, if I need to go to the store, I don't have to take the family car.
No, you're right. That. No, you're 100% right. It's definitely one of those things, because everyone's been messaging me like, man, this would be perfect to get around my little neighborhood. Like I live in a walkable area like of my house. I would love to have one of these because I can take it to the store and do this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yeah, you can, man. Like, you know, just be safe that it's still a go-kart, you know, like,
Right.
like I wouldn't say I'm a professional at this point, but I've been doing it for a while now. So I don't want to see a whole bunch of people riding these on the road because I don't know. But me and my friends, like I had 3 at one point. I put them in parades and festivals. Me and my friends take them. I'm like, what you doing today? He was like, nothing. I'm like, you trying to go ride the cars? We'll ride the cars, and it'll be 3 of us riding in the little mini cars around the city and stuff like that. So they're definitely gas savers, man. Because from what it would just the time that it would just take me to get from on a Saturday, man. On a Saturday in Atlanta, traffic is, oh my God, it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going from one place, you kind of want to stay there. You don't want to go from one side of the town to the next, to the next. And ever since I started building these cars, man, that stress of like traffic and gas within going into like the city has not been there for me, bro. Like, it's like I literally can take it. I take it everywhere, bro. Like, I literally drive these things like they're real cars.
No, what's cool about it is that, you know, everyone sees it and it's like, yo, this dude he's onto something, you know what I'm saying? And you got kids that's like, oh man, this is dope, and looking at their parents, you know, dad, mom
Yeah.
what's going on? But I want to pose this question to you.
Okay.
Okay. I asked all my dads, you know, fatherhood is a work of art.
You're right.
Right? And so what you do, how does that apply to your fatherhood?
And I feel like it applies to my fatherhood majorly because I always want my kids to be like the coolest kids on the block. Like I want to be that house where they're like, oh, we're going over to the Hightower's house so they go play with Candy. I'm like, oh yeah, his dad has all the bikes. Like I always wanted to be that dad. So doing these type of builds and stuff like that, it makes me happy because I know what I'm building for like my kids, the type of childhood I want my kids to have growing up. You know, like I got little boats and stuff that I'm built for them, just waiting for them to get of that age of, come on guys, let's go outside. Like I got a bike that I'm building right now. It's like a low rider bike I'm building. I'm gonna make it electric so I can put a little trailer on for both of them and they can ride out and be with me everywhere that I do my activities. I always want to be one of those dads where it's like when you see me, you see my kids. You know, I like to just flex through my kids. I don't know. Like I like showing that you can still be a father and still have fun. You know, like some people see me when I'm in the little car. They're like, what? I thought you were like that. And I didn't know. I'm like, no, man, I got 2 kids. They're like, oh, I bet they love you. I'm like, yeah, they're not at that age yet. Like, but they're getting there. My son's, actually my son and daughter, their birthday's 3 days apart. So my son will be 2 in April and my daughter will be 1 in April. So he's getting to that age now where like, when I'm on my goat kart or something, he wants to hop in and things like that. He's not scared of the motor running and things. So I feel like all of these things are just it's gonna just make for them to have these memories and everything, and memories for me to talk about for when I'm older and for when they're older. Because all the little things that my father did for me, I still talk about to this day. You know, like going to the park and catching a football, or I'm riding bikes with my dad, little things like that. I still think about, like, they're vivid in my head. So I can only imagine how they're going to be for my kids when they're my age, you know?
Definitely. And bro, this has been a dope conversation. So I'm going to end it with this. I think the beauty of what you're doing is, I know your kids are young right now, little babies right now, but what you're doing right now is you're teaching them problem solving skills.
Definitely.
And just talk about that, the importance as a parent of laying that groundwork of problem solving skills.
Man, that's one of the biggest things. I actually love that you asked that question, man, because that was kind of something that was instilled in me as a kid. Like, my dad was very, like, he was very big on being a man. You know what I'm saying? It was very big on can't cry about it. You got to figure it out, man. Shake it off. Like, that's not going to be something that's not going to help you get to the next level. Like what's the solution? And I think that's kind of something that has stuck with me, like, majorly. I don't know. I'm going to say good and bad, because on the good side, it's, you know, I'm able to get over situations. I don't like being, I'm a problem solver. I don't like figuring out things too much. I'm always that person that someone comes to me when there is a problem. And it's just like that feels good, but also sometimes it's like, oh man, it's like you just kind of feel the weight on your shoulders sometimes when it's things like that, or you don't have time to always process feelings. You don't have time to sit back and wait and kind of analyze your feelings. Sometimes you have to eat things, and eating things that's not good all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I got to be vulnerable with my wife. I can't tell her certain things. I got to be like, you know what, you can't just eat it. You got to get it off your chest, let it out, and then y'all can come to a compromise on it and make it better, rather than me being mad about something or this, that, and the third. And so I feel like always coming to a compromise, finding a good solution for any situation that you're in, good or bad, and also looking always at the good in a situation. That's me. I don't like being a negative person. Anytime that something goes wrong, I always think that there could always be a worse situation, brother. Like that's major to me. If I was to wreck my car, I'm like, well, at least I got my go-kart at home to go ride. I ain't gotta go hop on the bus. You know what I'm saying? So at least that can go give me some money so where I can go make a car. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta look at the positive in the situation, because it could be worse. I could have wrecked my car, but I didn't break my neck. You know, like I'm not in the hospital. I'm still good. We could figure it out from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's cry today, but tomorrow we gotta get it rolling. We gotta figure something out. So that's just kind of something that I want to teach my kids. I have a son and a daughter, so I definitely have to realize I have to have a vulnerability and a soft space for young kids, different sexes of kids, and things like that, of how I want to teach them and instill, little walks of life into them.
No, and I love that. And I'm going to end it on that point because I think that's important. Is that the beauty of this generation of parents is that they're teaching vulnerability, not just with their daughters, but with their sons. And I
Yeah,
think one of
definitely.
the unfortunate things that happened in the past is that the older generation of men that were parents didn't teach that to their sons, unfortunately,
No,
because they
definitely.
wanted to hide them from the uglies of the world. And I understand that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But
definitely.
brother, thank you for coming on. How can people find you?
You can find me on all social media at Sota.ATL or Sota.Bins, but Sota.ATL, you look up SOTA, I pretty much will pop up anywhere. It ain't too many of us sodas out here, and I hope it ain't, because I'm the only state of the art.
That, that, brother, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate
Yes,
you.
man. I appreciate you, brother.
This podcast is here for you. Anytime you want to jump on, when you have anything new going on, hit me up. Let me know. You're always
Love it.
welcome to come on, man. Again, this has been a great conversation on the podcast. Like, subscribe, and we're out. Peace.
Appreciate
Stay
you.
on for 1 second. Stay on.